Hi guys, how are you? Welcome back to Novel Nomad. My name's Kate and today I am doing a bit of a book haul to celebrate the fact that I am now in triple digits of subscribers. So thank you so much to everyone who's subscribed to me over the last few months. It's been really fun and I honestly started BookTube just to be able to talk about books with some lovely, amazing people that I've been watching for a very long time. So without further ado, I'm going to go through the books that I purchased when I recently went on a trip to Melbourne and maybe two that arrived when I was over there. The first bookstore I purchased a book at was called Robinson's Bookshop, and it was so cute. It had like all little owl themes and it was very dark inside the store and it had all the gas lanterns and things like that. But I purchased Maus, The Complete Maus, because I've been wanting to read this for ages. It's actually a bit set in Poland, but obviously the Jewish characters are mice, portrayed as mice, and the Nazis are portrayed as cats. And I am absolutely fascinated with this. It is a Pulitzer Prize winner, and being a lover of historical fiction, and I have researched this era quite thoroughly, this has been on my to-read list for a very long time, so I was so happy to pick it up. The next four books I actually purchased at Readings Bookstore in Carlton, and whilst I did love their store, they actually had a sale store right next door, so I popped in and got four books from there. And that is, the first one is Sophie Kinsella's Can You Keep a Secret? This is actually going to be one of the books we're reading in my book club, so as soon as I saw it on sale I'm like, well, I have to get it. It's a really different cover to what I'm used to. I haven't seen this one, so it's quite cool. The next one I picked up was The Truth About Alice by Jennifer Mathieu. Now this one has some lovely gloss on the cover, as you can see, and I have seen this around. I actually haven't heard about it, or like I haven't read much into it, but it was on sale and it's a YA and it seems really interesting from the blurb, so I thought might as well. Third book I found in the reading sale store was called Eleanor of Aquitaine. This is actually by Alison Weir. She writes a lot of very popular historical books on the Tudors, and I mainly know her for all her Tudor work, but I didn't know that she wrote on Eleanor of Aquitaine, so I had to pick this one up, see how it goes. Now Eleanor is actually a very famous queen from the English monarchy in the medieval period, so I thought I definitely had to read about her. The last one I found in the Readings bookstore was actually a surprise because I haven't seen it in any of my local bookstores, and that is The Particular Sadness of Lemon Cake by Amy Bender. Now Mercedes over at Mercy Bookish Musings has actually reviewed this and she really enjoyed this, and from the sounds of it, sounds like it's got some really interesting magical realism elements focusing around food, and so I really wanted to try this one. I have been reading quite a bit of magical realism lately and I just wanted to read more, so I had to pick this up too. The next bookstore I visited was called The Paperback Bookshop. It is quite cute, a little store. I did spend quite a while in there because their shelves were so densely packed, and I was debating, I was like stuck in the biography section debating between two books if I wanted to get one on the Queen of the Desert. I think that was, I can't remember her name, but she was a famous woman who used to go around the Arabian states in the turn of the century. I was wondering if I should get hers, but I ended up getting Red Sky at Sunrise by Laurie Lee. Now the first one is actually A Cider with Rosie, so that is a really famous biography, and I am really fascinated. Not only is this like an absolutely stunning cover, I absolutely love it. It's a Penguin edition with some French flaps, but I really wanted to pick this one up. It's about growing up in early 1900s England and obviously going into the war, so I thought this would be a really fascinating trilogy to read. Now just down the road was a bookstore called Hill of Content, which was absolutely beautiful. So not only did I spend ages in the paperback bookshop, I spent ages in the Hill of Content, and these are two I've never been to before, so it was quite fun finding some new bookstores. They had some amazing history books which I was like drooling over, but they're so expensive, so I thought I might wait until I get at least some of them on sale. But this one, they also had a sale. Someone's mowing their lawn. Now they did actually have a sales section, and I did find a really interesting book there, and that one was called Cinnamon and Gunpowder by Eli Brown. Now not only is this an absolutely amazing cover, I absolutely love it. That's what drew me to it straight away. But it's about a famous female pirate. It's all fiction, so it's not based in reality, but it's a female pirate who captures a chef, and in order that he doesn't be killed by her, he has to deliver her one amazing meal a week. So it seemed like such a strange story, but I had to pick it up, and it's pretty gorgeous. I absolutely love it. It's a great cover. I think it's beautiful. The other book I got there was a copy of Villette by Charlotte Bronte. Now, I was so happy to find a copy of this one because not only is Penguin English Library Edition absolutely beautiful with the thunderbolts and the dark navy black background, I just thought this was so unique. Not only does it have some beautiful purple and red foiling, but it's a really unique French flaps deckled edges edition. And I've been really wanting to read Villette. I absolutely love Charlotte Bronte's works, and it is Bronte Week over at Books and Things. So if you want to find out more about all these novels, I'd recommend going over there. I've been loving each of her videos. But Villette she just made Villette sound so interesting. So I really want to get into this one soon. I also popped by Collins Street Dymocks when I was in there, and I love that store. I go there every time I visit Melbourne. And I got A Natural History of Dragons by Marie Brennan, and I've been hearing so much stuff about this, but I'm really fascinated because it mixes fantasy with some great scientific female endeavour work that would have been classic of a journal as such. It's a memoir by Lady Trent. So it reminds me of more of a journalistic writing, so I'm really interested in this one. It'll be really fun, I think. And I also picked up Raelia by Lynette Noni. This is actually a signed copy because at the time there was Supernova on in Melbourne and Lynette was touring, and I met her at the Adelaide Supernova last year where I bought her first book, Arcane, and this is the second one, Raelia, and I am looking forward to getting into this series. The last two books I promised, but these ones came in the mail when I was actually over in Melbourne, and the first one is The Mad Woman Upstairs by Catherine Lowe, and I've heard so many good reviews of this on BookTube, so not only is that exciting, but it is based off Bronte's heritage, and you do reference a lot of Bronte books within these books, and Liz over at Now Voyaging has done a really good review on this one, which I recommend. But I found it online for the same price as the paperback online, and that's cheaper than what I could have bought it in paperback in Australia anyway. So I had to get the hardcover because it's absolutely beautiful. I still love the hardcovers even though we don't usually publish them in Australia. Another book I got online was A Monstrous Regiment of Women by Laurie R. King. Now this is actually a series, a murder mystery series. I'm going to be reading the first one with Kate Howe over at Kate Howe's channel. I'll link down below. But yeah, we're going to be reading the first one, which is Beekeeper's Apprentice. And I think this is the Mary Russells and Sherlock Holmes mysteries. So I'm really looking forward to starting this series. I have ordered the first one from Abe Books, from a secondhand bookseller, but it hasn't come in yet, and hopefully it will be coming soon before I actually have to buddy read it with Kate. Fingers crossed. So there are all the books I bought in Melbourne. Thank you so much for subscribing with me, and I really hope that I can start some series. I've got some ideas bubbling around in my mind, and I hope to be starting those once uni is over for the first semester. So I'm looking forward to that. So thank you for subscribing, and I'll see you all next time. Bye!